Look up. Ooh, a spider. Hello and welcome back to the Anime Figure Collector, and today we are looking at Inugami Korone and Nekomata Okayu from Hololive Gamers in Look Up series. Now this series is produced by Megahouse. That's right, Megahouse, you know the guys, the ones who do all of those One Piece figures and, well, evidently this Look Up series. Now I originally picked up the Korone one, and I kind of felt that if you get Korone, you need to get Okayu too. So you guys are getting more than one. You are getting both Inugami Korone from Hololive Gamers in her adorable Yubi Yubi form. So let's have a look. Point, look up, all of the magical features that these figures do. Now, I think the first thing that you guys are probably aware with when it comes to this particular line is that this is essentially Megahouse's answer to Funko Pops. Which I kind of know we already have the answers to Funko Pops in Nendoroids, but I feel like this one's even more so. Even it's not Funko Pops, it's that, what the other one's called? YouTubes or something like that. Some kind of YouTunes, I think it is. There's so many kind of figures very similar to that. However, these ones definitely feel like that. With it being Megahouse, I'm expecting quality, however, because they are a quality kind of guy, I suppose. I'm expecting quality. The Funko Pops, the pop-up, the portrait of pirates are always fantastic quality. So yeah, this is to be expected, and with the price tag, I do expect it. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's get both Korone and Okayu open and see what they look like.
Good boy. Okay, let's go, amigo. Let's go. Oh. I am sweet cute cat.
So honestly, these things are quite nice. I think for the price, which is about 4,000 yen before shipping, I think they're pretty okay. Now, 4,000 yen before shipping is what Nendoroid prices were a few years ago, and I think the first thing people are going to do is compare them to Nendoroids. So let's just do that. Before we get into the details or anything like that, let's compare them to Nendoroids, because I think most people are thinking these are pretty much the same size. They're not. Nendoroids are a lot smaller. Now, if I'm perfectly honest, the quality on a Nendoroid is that bit higher than these, but you can tell, you can see just by looking at them that this Nendoroid is a higher quality. It has extra parts, extra faces, what have you. But I think as a budget release, these do the good job. I think I like these more than pop-up parades, and they don't necessarily break the bank. I do like the idea that you can turn their heads and make them more posable. You can probably see from some of the things that we kind of did that you can turn them round and make them look either more sinister or adorable. And I love the aspect of the look up thing. This is something that you put on your desk and you kind of have them watching you. The Nekomata Okayu one I really thought was adorable. Korone always just looks somewhat sinister. Like Okayu's just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, food. Korone is just like, fingers, fingers, fingers.
Yubi Yubi! Mogu Mogu! Okayu!
So yeah, I mean, they look pretty darn nice. I can't really see anything too bad on them. They're not nearly as detailed as, say, the Nendoroids or a scale figure, but they do a good job. I think they did manage to capture the face rather well. One of the things I did think that I wasn't a fan of with the Korone and Nendoroids was that they didn't really kind of have that whole feeling of being in the corner and looking at the screen. That, I think this one feels a little bit more like that. And the same with Okayu. There's nothing really I can kind of see. It's detailed enough that you kind of want them, but I think what really sells this is the faces and the expression. All the time, it just looks really nice, and you can stick them on your shelf or wherever you're on your desk and they look good. And I think they do look good as kind of being streamers on the corner too, if you particularly want that. Both Korone and Okayu are really nice additions to the Look Up series. While I don't think that you necessarily need them if you have a Nendoroid, I don't think they're particularly bad either. They do feel very nice for what they are, and if I'm honest, I'd rather have these than a Funko Pop. Do you need to rush out and buy them? Well, if you can't find a Nendoroids at a decent price, these are going to be a good alternative. While they don't have alternative faces and the quality isn't nearly the same, they are quite good for what you are paying, and what you are paying for is the equivalent of a Funko Pop, something that sits on your desk and stares at you for a long time. Except these ones, rather than a blank stare, wants fingers or onigiri. I feel like I'm going to be murdered by cuteness. Absolutely adorable.